In the drought-ravaged highlands of Ethiopia, 1987, a stone monastery stood in silence, its walls old, its secrets older. Near the misty waters of Lake Tana, the monks whispered of a relic hidden within. A relic even the Vatican dared not name. No women lived in the monastery, no children had ever been born within its walls, yet, every night, the sound of a crying infant echoed through the halls. When Father Elias, a demonologist and scholar sent from the Vatican, arrived to investigate rumors of the Ark of the Covenant, he did not expect to find a womb waiting to give birth. They called the monastery Dagmawi Kibur, the second glory, but to the few who knew, it held something darker, a coffin sealed in a stone crypt below the altar, breathing like a living thing. The monks had warned Elias, do not descend into the catacombs at night, do not listen to the child's cries, do not open the ark. But Elias had seen too much to turn away. In the dead of night, guided only by candlelight and trembling faith, he descended beneath the altar and found it. The black coffin. Old, smooth, cold, wrapped in veils of crimson silk that fluttered. Though there was no wind, it wasn't a coffin, it was something else. It was something else, it was a womb. As Elias approached, he heard the heartbeat, not imagined, real, deep and low, echoing from within the stone. That night he dreamed of a woman in red, her face veiled, her hands soaked in blood, whispering in a tongue older than Aramaic. She reached out to him, and in her eyes burned a mother's grief and a demon's hunger. The next morning, one of the younger monks vanished. In his cell, only a crimson cloth remained warm to the touch, and wet. Elias uncovered ancient scrolls buried in the monastery's foundations, accounts of a pre-Christian cult, a forgotten fertility ritual, and something called the womb of the ark. It wasn't meant to store commandments, it was meant to conceive a vessel not for law but for life, or what once pretended to be life. According to the scrolls, the ark was designed by a people who believed God had a wife, a dark mother who needed flesh to return. The monks had tried to contain her, but the drought, the deaths, the crying, they were signs. The womb was awakening. One night, Elias heard it again, louder this time, the cry of a baby. He followed the sound, down into the crypt again. The coffin was open, inside, not a child, but a mass of blood, silk, and bone shifting, breathing, whispering, and in the center an eye had looked at him, and it knew his name. He screamed. The monks dragged him out, sealed the crypt with holy oil and ancient prayer, but it was too late. Elias was changed. He began to speak in a dead tongue. He would sit, motionless for hours, whispering lullabies no one understood. He wouldn't eat. He wouldn't sleep, but he would rock, back and forth, as if cradling something in his arms. Then, one night he vanished. All they found was a crimson veil, and his journal, the last words written inside. The ark is not a box, it is a womb, and it has opened. The Vatican sealed the case. The monastery was abandoned, and to this day no one dares step near Dagmawi Kibur, but sometimes, on nights when the wind dies and Lake Tana is still, locals say you can hear it. A soft cry, like that of a newborn, but listen closely, it doesn't sound human.